Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys all had a good night last night. We had a pretty solid night on DraftKings. The main DraftKings lineup hit a 290 that I played in cash and GPP contests. Also had another lineup that I threw in a few GPPs that did not do too well. I had Gary Harris and Joel Embiid and some of the just other snowflakes in that lineup. But this main lineup I made pretty safe, and it really did work out. Covington and Ariza were my cheap forward value plays, along with Winslow. Anchored it with Anthony Davis and Rondo, and everybody just did what they needed to do. So really solid night. That makes it 6 straight days that at least one of the two lineups have cashed on DraftKings. So they've been on a pretty good streak as of late. Go to the website, thedfsprocess.com, if you are looking to get some of these winning lineups. Also, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I do appreciate that as well. Try to hit 150 likes tonight. Anyway, let's get right into the video for today. We got a 7-game slate, but personally, it looks like a 3-game slate to me. The first 4 games, I do not have much interest in at all in playing anybody. Maybe this Houston-Milwaukee game a little bit, but not, that's not super interesting to me. The last 3 games is where I want to get all my exposure to. Pelicans, Kings, Magic, Lakers, and Cavs, Nuggets. Those 3 games are gonna be really high scoring and just have all the fantasy goodness in them. So let's get it started with point guard Isaiah Thomas, 6,000. Isaiah Thomas has been seeing about 30 minutes a game since Ingram and Josh Hart have gone down, and that should continue tonight against the Magic. The Lakers have been running more 3-guard lineups. At 6,000, Isaiah Thomas, his last 2 games he just could not shoot the ball. 5 of 21 in his last game, but he still managed to put up 30 DraftKings points. Now, if he shoots about 50%, you're looking at 40 DraftKings points at right now at that price tag, 6,000. Be a really nice value play. And he should see a lot of minutes. One of the best matchups you can ask for against a point guard, Orlando. This Magic are super bad on defense, and this game is going to be really fast-paced. So Isaiah Thomas can get out, hit some transition threes. Also, he has been getting a good amount of assists as well. So Isaiah Thomas, 6,000, does have a lot of upside. And there are just a lot of point guards also in that range that I do have my eye on. Rondo at 6'4", going up against the Kings. I think he can go right back to Rondo. Just did not have a great game rebounding the ball at all. Just had 3 rebounds, but was 1 assist shy of a double-double. If he hit that, he was looking at 40 DraftKings points, really close to that. So I think he's fine at 6'4". Still continuing to see heavy minutes the last 4 games or so. He got 29 minutes, but averaging well over 30 minutes the last week or so since the 25th. So I think you can go right back to him. Has great upside. But Isaiah Thomas is kind of a sneakier play, I think, that because most people will be right on Rondo. And I'll probably play Rondo as well. But at shooting guards, go right back to one of the other guards that I like. Jamal Murray, 6.2. If you're looking for a GPP play, Jamal Murray is your guy. Also, I think he's going to be much lower owned than Gary Harris, because Gary Harris just torched the torched the Cavs for 45 just 2 days ago. Jamal Murray still had a really good game in that game. Dropped 30 DraftKings points. Definitely a contrarian play in GPPs. His ownership should be much lower. But Jamal Murray is notorious for playing well at home. Look at the 3-point percentage. That is insane. 44% from averaging, 44% from 3 at home compared to just 32 on the road. He's playing at home in this one. This game should be really fast, really high scoring. You definitely can do a game stack of this game. You definitely can do a game stack of this game and the Magic Lakers game. Those are where I want to get most of my exposure to tonight. I think a lot of those guys in these games are really priced fairly. 6.2 for Jamal Murray is pretty cheap considering he was kind of higher priced earlier this year, and he gets a great matchup in this spot. Does have big upside, as we've seen, 47, 50-point upside with him. And as a whole, I think the Nuggets are looking to rebound after the horrible performance they had in Dallas last night. So a lot of the starters just didn't play a lot of minutes. I don't think many of them played over 25, so they should be pretty rested for tonight. At small forward, let's go right back to KCP, 6.2. KCP has played over 40 minutes in his last 2 games with all the injuries the Lakers are dealing with. That should continue tonight, and if that's the case, at 6.2, just pencil him in for about 40 DraftKings points tonight. He should be very heavily owned, but he really never is. I don't know what it is about him. He does it all. He gets points, gets steals, gets rebounds, gets a couple assists in there as well. Really fast-paced game in this one. Should have the potential to rack up some steals. The Magic do play pretty sloppy with the basketball, so just with the increased role KCP's been having and the amount of minutes he plays, which is insane, it's really hard for him to not to hit value in a great spot like this. So 6.2. I love me some KCP tonight. At power forward, let's go right back to Larry Nance at 6'3". Larry Nance played 32 minutes in his start, dropped 47 DraftKings points. He should get the start once again tonight with Tristan Thompson missing a couple games. So I think he's in a good spot tonight against the Nuggets. They're going to need him to play a lot of minutes. He's like the only big guy they have, and a lot of people worried about foul trouble with him. You know, there's a potential he can get into foul trouble, especially against Jokic, but against Detroit, he only got 2 fouls in 32 minutes. So if he can keep his hands to himself, he should be a really great play in this spot. Has about 50-point upside at that price tag. And the Nuggets, they are okay against centers. They're not one of the best. Jokic isn't a tremendous defender, and Larry Nance just bullied Andre Drummond. So Nance is very tough and physical on his own, so I think he can definitely hold his ground in this matchup. And we see what the upside he has. A really solid floor in this spot as long as he stays out of foul trouble. And the upside is through the roof with him. So I love Larry Nance. I also love Kyle Kuzma a lot at 6'1". Kuzma has been starting in place of Ingram and seeing a good amount of minutes. Played 38 minutes last game, 31 DraftKings points. So pretty solid. I think he'll get around 30 DraftKings points. One of these days he's going to really shoot the ball really well and explode. So that could happen against the Magic. At 6'1", his price tag rose by $700, but I think he's still a good cash game play. You can even consider playing in some tournaments because he does have big upside. But that's what I got to say about Kuzma. Anyway, let's go on to center. Center, I'm going to give you guys a sneaky GPP play that I do have my eye on, and that is Zach Randolph at 5'8". Now, Willie Cauley-Stein's already been ruled out for this game. Zach Randolph rested the last game against the Knicks, so he should be in line to play tonight with Cauley-Stein out. And I think he should do really well in this spot. He's killed this Pelicans team 3 times this year, averaging 45 DraftKings points against them. Playing at home, well-rested. The Pelicans are on a back-to-back with travel. They're not a great defensive team, and their defense should even go down in back-to-back. So Randolph should be able to bully them some down low. He loves playing against Anthony Davis and just has great upside. He has great upside. If he can hit 45 or really close to even 40, that's a great return on value. So I think he's a good GPP play because nobody will be on him. But if you look at his game log, most of the time he's pretty consistent, getting you in close to 30 in good matchups. This is considered a good matchup for him. So I feel he's a fine play, a sneaky play. Another guy that I have my eye on is Paul Millsap at 6'1". Definitely a great play. Price tag just rose $300. Just played 20 minutes against Dallas. Nuggets got blown out, and the starters just didn't play a lot. And he also had dealt with a ton of foul trouble. Got 5 fouls in 20 minutes. So he should be back tonight, playing in a back-to-back, and should see about close to 30 minutes, I would assume, or at least 25 to 28. And in this matchup against the Cavs, should have some success in, and I am feel pretty safe with him because he does do all assets of the floor. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. He's gotten at least one of those in every single game he's been there. So I like Paul Millsap a lot at that price tag. I think he has good upside and a really solid floor in this matchup. And with that, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck tonight.